Welcome to the Dental Business Guide podcast. From money to marketing to management, this podcast will help you run a better dental business.
Hello there, this is Smita Mehra. Last time we spoke about the internet and social media and how effective that is these days. But I suppose you want to sort of spread your risk, and depending on where your practice is and what kind of practice it is, you might want to look at other forms of marketing which may or may not be relevant to you. Over the years, we've tried everything from having fairs having some presence on stands in fairs, be they village fairs or school fairs, to having stands on within a mall in a busy business district. For example, within one of the malls in Canary Wharf, when we had a practice, that was a highly successful stand we used to have there at lunchtimes many years ago, and it was really brilliant because you had a captive audience every day. And so, they were very, very good. We've also sponsored balls for local schools. We've looked at the education side and being educators of our local community. So we've done talks that one of the dentists, mostly myself, have done talks in the local schools, obviously tailoring them to the age group that you're talking to, as well as scout groups and nursery groups, some with parents, some without parents. And this has worked very, very well, either through direct response in terms of bringing in business, or through indirectly educating people, which through sort of a filtering process over weeks or months eventually become patients of yours. Obviously, school talks usually involve some sort of marketing material as a follow-up to be given to the patients, the parents of the children that you've spoken to. It might just be a little simple letter, or it might just be some sort of marketing material or a leaflet put in their school bags to be given to them. And it has been quite effective because we've had parents coming in a few months later saying, oh yes, one of your dentists came to my son's school a few months ago, and I thought, let me try you out, as he's now got a problem. So things like that, where you're sort of sending subliminal messages through this marketing material or through your own presence, has also worked quite well. But that really is looking at the bigger picture and not sort of direct response marketing, which I suppose internet marketing or pay-per-click is. If, as I mentioned last time, magazine advertising or leaflets aren't really the way that we go forward these days, but my advice would be, if you do want to market in magazines or market with leaflets, I would make that very targeted. For example, if you want to advertise paediodontic dentistry, you might produce targeted leaflets and deliver them to the local private nurseries or NCT groups or schools where they have a sort of younger section where parents are a lot more involved. And that would be quite an effective way of, you might have some sort of catch on there that actually draws them in, and things like that. Or conversely, you might go to nursing homes and you might have some sort of clever marketing that you put there for perhaps the children or the relatives of the people, the residents that are there, that might be more focused towards gerodontic dentistry. So I think targeted marketing these days, not a simple leaflet which says something for everyone, I don't think would be as effective, but certainly targeted marketing with these methods would be quite effective.
Thanks for listening in to the Dental Business Guide podcast. We welcome your feedback, and if you're enjoying it, please let your friends know too. Until the next time on the Dental Business Guide podcast.